nice by saying the Giants are dog shit.
Man, the fucking how about those Vikes? Like, you got to be fucking really stoked about what's about to happen there. I mean,
well, no, because they'll probably get by this round, and then I think the Eagles will fucking smash them.
the Eagles, they're going. You're going back to Detroit, baby. If you win, you're going back to Detroit.
No, because Washington's going to beat Tampa.
I don't know about that.
I wouldn't count on that.
You don't think so?
No,
that's a toss-up, man. That's a toss-up.
The Washington defense is definitely suspect.
Yeah,
they took the Bears to like the end of the game.
Discuss.
Are you kidding me?
We'll discuss.
Like the Bears to the end of the game.
All right.
We're wasting good quality conversation.
Oh no, we're not wasting nothing. We're not wasting nothing.
We will discuss.
We're not wasting nothing. The red light is on, kids. We're not wasting nothing.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure.
Yeah, I'm smart. This episode's gonna be nuts. So I brought the high proof to the party. We're going with the world's oldest distillery, Old Forester, and generally the higher proof that I have on my shelf, as we all know at this point in time, is that cowboy bourbon that I got. However, our guest today is not refined enough for the Garrison Brothers. Garrison Brothers, that is like a high class, like you drink that and it has a nice smooth, refined, like oaky, like charcoal taste to it. It's just like excellent. It's kind of more like a single malt scotch. Our guest is nothing like a single malt scotch. That motherfucker is loud, proud, and just is screaming with fire right in the front side and just doesn't really let anything else develop because it's already gone. Kind of more like a Blanton's, Jerry. A Blanton's. I think Drew is a Blanton's. A Blanton's. A Blanton's.
Some people may think that that's pretty amazing and classy, though. I mean,
that shit's not the gold. We're not talking about gold. We're talking like the step up from ancient age.
I'm just saying the name Blanton's. When people hear the name Blanton's, most people don't realize that there's different colors, kind of like Johnny Walker does. But a lot of people think that's classy shit because it's hard to get. That's true. Just because they play the game that way. That's all. They want to do that so that they can keep the demand up, so they can keep the fucking price up, motherfuckers.
They are definitely not as good as they think they are. I just want to say that.
It's good stuff. I won't say, and I've said it a million times before, I've never met a glass of whiskey, bourbon, scotch, or whatever.
You are a whore like that, yes.
But fucking A, that's an interception. God damn it, dude. But
it was too.
Some are better than others. That's all. And Blanton's is regarded as a very, very wonderful product. I think it's okay. I don't think it's the best shit in the world. But also, this is Corey's the same person that says that Weller is fucking trash. So
it is trash, Jerry. I call a fucking spade like it is, motherfucker. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Fucked Up Fantasy Football Podcast. Co-host Corey Rulesal, Jerry Rodriguez. We are sort of watching the college football Nittany State Lions fight the Notre Dame Irish. I think you might have heard that loud, obnoxious voice already, folks, and that little bit of yakety yik yak that we were doing. And that's not a rant, folks. It is Drew Dunn joining for another episode of the Fucked Up Fantasy Football Podcast.
Jerry loves so much it creeps him out from Scotty Farrell.
Oh, the humanity. Drew, good to see you, dirty ass Vikings motherfuck. It's been a minute. I think we took... Oh, that is a nasty interception. I'm a little bit behind y'all. That was disgusting. Woo, doggy. Look at Penn State. Go! Yeah, that was a shitty throw, kid. You suck balls.
Fuck Penn State. Notre Dame. We want Notre Dame, Ohio State final. Fuck Penn State.
Yeah, fuck Penn State. They're whatever. I'll leave everybody else out of it. Fuck Drew. We gave you a year off last year.
Yeah.
And it wasn't intentional. I was just lazy. I didn't book any guests last year. I didn't even do nothing.
Honestly, all my fantasy leagues sucked last year. Like, I didn't want to do any rants. I wasn't into it. I fucking had a bad year last year. A lot of things. Yeah,
that's true. That's okay though. This year I'm pretty sure it's been a little bit better. We've talked about that a little bit.
I didn't win any I fucking 3 finals. I lost in all of them.
Oh my god. Yikes.
That's not even like possible. Like,
damn.
And they were all really close. You were the biggest win by 10 points. The other one I lost by 4. The other one I lost by 1.
Jesus.
Yep.
Well, that's interesting.
The two I lost by a combined of 5 points when I was in my rant there.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't realize that you got dog fucked like that. That's kind of ridiculous.
And the way that Josh fucking beat me in armchair, I'm fucking.
I mean, that's just kind of classic. I fucking love that shit because that motherfucker started.
Cruising, buddy.
Dude, that guy started Bo Nix. Bo Nix. He did it as a meme. He literally did it for the laughs because he's a Bronco fan, and he dummied all of us.
And he was dog shit until the fourth quarter, like patting old reviving the ghost of John Elway. Fucking fourth quarter magic. The guy fucking drops like 25 points, and he had like 2. I'm like, fuck this, man. And then Jamar Gibbs and Jameson Williamson, like, this fucking bullshit. 3 guys got 50. Look at Jared. 55 fucking. Oh shit, that's not good.
Relax, kids. Jesus Christ.
Anyways, 55 points. What was that? 55 points in both those games were in the fucking fourth quarter in the afternoon. That's unfucking believable, man.
The afternoon is a little bit of a fuckery sometimes. That's the way it goes, my friend. That's the way it goes.
With my bar pool with the old man, we've been great mornings, and the afternoons just fucking hose us, man.
Well,
fucking stupid.
We might give you a little bit of redemption. I'm gonna let you pick games on here this year, and we'll see how you do with that. Yeah. That should be pretty interesting. I don't remember how you did 2 years ago. I didn't bother to go look it up. I don't remember, but
when I was there, that interview with fucking Fat Silverberg there, Silverbuck.
I just remember that every time I bring Mikey on the show, and I haven't brought him on this year because of it, but 2 times we brought him on, he's literally been perfect. He has been perfect. Yeah.
He's weird with dicks, man.
I hate Sparky for that shit.
Fuck you, Mike.
Thank you. That was definitely deserved for sure. 100%.
Not the first time I've heard that.
Right?
Oh, right? Doesn't it? But it feels so good when you say, like, when you're not feeling good, you're down. I had a shit day or something. I just like a good fuck you, Mike. It just, fuck. It makes you feel so good.
Let's get into this shit.
Yeah, let's get into the picks. I give you my thought for sure on the first 2 games. Absolutely.
Well, my good sir, we have a quick recap to do for our last week and update the fans on where we're at. So, Corey and Jerry versus the Wives. This has been an interesting foray into the shit. So,
I can't believe it.
Man,
the guys versus the Wives.
I have. I think I'm going to prevail and still be respectable. That's questionable for Jerry, but I went undefeated last week. I went undefeated last week. Jerry, 2-4. Brookie pulls out the 3-3, and Molly with another fire week at 4-2. Molly continues to lead at 54-32. If you have not been betting money with Molly, you're an idiot. I will follow up in second place at 44-42, and Brooke at 39-47, and Jerry, you are 5 games behind currently, sir. 34.
You're always last year that I ever play you in, buddy. Like 50, the fantasy league, you just love being last, eh?
Yeah, what's up? I do. I take my time.
Holy fuck! You got the worst luck ever, buddy. I swear to God.
Trust me, I know. I've been living with it my entire life. I'm very aware.
Your wife's got a better. Your better half can pick. Fuck.
And she don't know shit about football. She just I like this one today.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Gold. It's gold, Jerry. It's gold.
It's gold. It's great content.
I mean, it can't get any better.
Penn State's up 24-17. Fuck.
Well, I lost my stream feed, so I'm definitely streaming this illegally. I don't even give a shit. The world can know that. I'm set.
He's going to score. They're going to come down and score. They're going to come down and tie this game up.
Well, let's go.
Let's go.
Folks, Los Angeles Chargers are on the road, technically. They are the visiting team against the Houston Texans. We have a 42.5 over-under if you're into that type of thing. The spread on this game is confusing to me. We have the Los Angeles Chargers that are the favorites at -3. Drew, I will lead with you. Where are you going, kid?
So I'm definitely going Chargers. I like them. I just don't like Houston. I'm sorry, man. They're not having a good year. I know about CJ Stroud, man. Fucking, he let me down big time, and I'm gonna keep him again, but he'll have a good year next year. But 2 20-point games to start the year in fantasy, and then since then he never broke fucking 19. They've been struggling. It's going to be the Chargers for sure. Herbert's winning his first playoff game. Harbaugh's got him ready to go. It's going to happen. The guy's due for a win. And this is a good spot for it. Go with the under for sure. They're both two coaches that grind it out. DeMarco, Ryan, coach, and Harbaugh. These guys are going to grind it out. But I like the Chargers by 10. I see it being like a 20 to 10 game. Chargers. Yep.
Interesting.
Okay. Didn't expect that to come down the tubes. Jerry?
That's an interesting take.
Jerry, you contrarian, or where are we going?
Well, Brooke's on the Chargers as well, and because of what we've been talking about all season, whenever she sees them on the television and their abbreviation happens to be LAC, she calls them LAC. Yeah, I'm going for LAC. That's the thought process behind the pick. It's phenomenal, and it's working better than mine, which mine actually involves analysis and watching games and. Yeah, so sometimes you just go for the LAC.
Right? That's the problem. We're thinking.
It could be. I agree with what Drew's saying about how Houston's kind of down right now, down year and all that good stuff. I wish if it was 3.5. If it was 3.5, I'd be all over Houston. Same here. That dreaded 3-point fucker. I know you're saying. Right. I think I like the Chargers as well, and the only reason why is I think even though I just forgot that Stonehands isn't playing. He's out. He's been ruled out. So who's that leave for him to throw the ball to?
Lad McConkey and Air Canada Joshua Palmer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh shit.
And J.K. Dobbins is back. J.K.'s back, and yeah,
he is. You know what? I originally was thinking the Chargers. I'm going to stick with that. I just think that they're just the better all around team, and I definitely think their defense is better. And with Houston struggles, I mean, they still do have Bosa and Mack rushing the passer, and the biggest issue that the Texans have had all year is protecting CJ Stroud. That
they're lying bad right now, man.
Yeah, it's Swiss cheese. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll with the Chargers. I disagree with the under. I just think this number is low. I think it's gonna just shave right over it. I think it could be honestly a 24-20 kind of game.
Yeah, could be. Good call.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Chargers with the -3 and the over.
Oh my God! All right. Well, that's super interesting to be honest. I'm not lone wolfing this. I'll be honest with you, because my wife is also picking the Houston Texans. I'm taking the Houston Texans +3 because I know that the Houston Texans have had a few problems this year. They've been struggling just a little bit. But they're at home, folks. They're at home. And if we're in LA and the Chargers are playing there, then I think this is a little different situation here. But Houston Texans being at home for a playoff game is a totally different beast. And I don't see Joe Mixon having too many bad games in a row, and he's on a streak. Not really that great his last 2 games. And so I think he's due. Yeah, he's due to go off.
I've been propping him a lot. Yeah. Been fucking.
Yeah.
So, I know all about that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I like Joe Mixon. I've had him in a couple of leagues this year, and that was a lot of fun to watch. Fuck you, Thomas, you little bitch. What a cunt. That dude is also one of the... He finished pretty shitty this year, finally, but that dude has honestly been almost luckier than that fuckbag Cody, man. Good Lord almighty, Thomas is one of the shittiest fantasy football players ever, and he's just always in the hunt for no fucking reason. Anyway...
4 years, he's in the Final Four. Man, I'm fucking real for this year, finally.
Yeah, dickhead. Anyway, I am going to take the over as well and buck that trend because I do see the Houston Texans dropping a 30 bomb on this game, and I definitely think Herbert. Yeah, Mixon's going for 2, and CJ's throwing for 2, for sure. So, and then as long as Fairbairn doesn't decide, he's throwing to Nico. He's also throwing to Parker Washington, who isn't that bad of a receiver. Dalton Schultz is a fucking beast.
Dalton Schultz will get one.
Yeah, Dalton Schultz is a motherfucking monster.
I had him too. He was a big disappointment this
year. Don't discount another Canadian kid, John Mechie III. That dude he's got some talent.
I forgot he was still in the league.
He's better. Well, it's his second year in. You haven't been able to get up on that. Daniel Jones is still in the league, Jerry. That's what tells us how the standard of quality is. So if DJ's still
in street clothes,
if DJ's still in the league, John Mechie III is still in the league, motherfucker. John Mechie's dope. He's definitely got some talent. He is still a little bit raw, kind of like Stonehands Johnson. But Mechie's actually been dealing, and he will catch 3 or 4. He'll get that sneaky. He's like a Nick Westbrook-Akine. So I am stoked on Mr. Mechie.
I wonder what that top line is on Bet365 to bet him to get over 4 receptions.
I'd take a look at that for sure. I might do that while we're discussing the next game here. Jerry, do you want to introduce the next one, and I can possibly find that
Absolutely.
prop? All right, let's go.
I'd be glad to. So we got Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Charm City to visit Lamar and the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are favored by 10 points, ladies and gentlemen, with a total of 43.5. I would be a terrible co-host, if I didn't concede to our guest Drew to go first.
All right. So on this one,
you're very kind to the entrance of the Special Olympics, Jerry. I just want to say that.
Fuck you.
I got my helmet over here.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna go Ravens for sure, but I think the Steelers defense will keep them in the game. So I'm going to go Ravens for the game, but I'm going to go Pittsburgh to cover it. So the 10, I'm going with the Steelers. The outright win, the Ravens. And I'm going to go with the under again. These are two teams that are the third time meeting against each other. It's going to be grindy. It's going to be fucking grindy. Because Tomlin knows his offense is unique. They're fucking unique, buddy. Like, sometimes it's hard to watch that offense. They're going to have at least 7 3-and-outs. I give you that right now. That fucking offense.
God damn, he said 7.
7 3-and-outs. They will have that. I promise you that. Like, sometimes watch that offense, man. Like, I'd rather watch like cows eating grass in the pastures. It's fucking hard to watch sometimes, that offense, and it fucking really is. So overall, under for sure. Ravens outright win, but I'm going to go Steelers to cover the 10.
All right.
I might bet the farm on this, kids. John Mechie III over under 2.5 receptions and a yards of 19.5. That is
what's the pay?
That is plus 150.
Oh yeah,
was on the receptions. I'm gonna double check that. I forgot to write that down because John Mechie, minus 110 for the yards, but you're looking at a plus 155 for him to catch 3 passes.
And you think 4?
Oh, yeah. I think 3. No, he's 2.5. He's just got to catch 3.
Personally, I think I would be more inclined to take the yardage than the receptions because he has a better chance of getting it in 1 catch. I mean, clearly he can get it in 3, but he can get it in 1. So, like, if his first catch is, up the middle or down the seam for 18, 20 yards, whatever it is, boom, you're already there. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I think I lean more towards, but don't listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. It is the betting episode. I suck at picks. Just saying. But, Corey, did you want to go ahead and give your Pittsburgh-Baltimore take?
That was a nasty juke move by that Notre. That was like straight up video game shit right there.
Took him right out the cleats. Gotcha. Actually, that looked like what you did to me. And no, actually, everything you did to me on College Football 25 was deep.
Yeah, that's true.
There was no like run after the catch type shit. You just
threw bombs, baby. Throwing bombs all day.
I don't want to play that game anymore. Fuck that game. Anyway,
it's all good.
Go ahead.
We'll get it. You're just kind of like Tyreek Hill right now. You don't mean it. Pittsburgh traveling to Baltimore. Interesting. I'm kind of sick and fucking tired of this matchup. I'm just gonna put that out there. As far as like matchups are concerned, this one is played out. I'm over this one. I already get to see it 2 times every fucking goddamn year, and I hate the Steelers. I hate looking at Tomlin's face. He's the most underachieving coach in the National Football League, and I'm sick and fucking tired of people ringing this fucking guy's bell because he's. Congratulations, you've had the most seasons at 500 or better. You'd be fired in any other organization if you just fucking did average. 500? They're firing Stefanski for winning 2 games. Like, what do you mean? We're going 5? 5? 5?
They didn't fire him, did they?
No, I'm saying they're talking about it to fire him, and he wins double the games. Like, it doesn't even make any sense.
Don't fire that guy.
They might need to. He's kind of a trash bag, too. They haven't really been good lately. But I'm just saying, it's the bar for Mike Tomlin is so absurdly high that it's fucking revolting. And I just hate the Steelers as a franchise. Their fans are unbearable next to Seahawks fans. Like, man, as far as like old timey franchises, the only other more annoying fans this year, by the way, also just reminding, who had less wins than the Cowboys, are the 49er fan base. Like, come on. You didn't even win as many games as us. You're garbage. You're going to be drafting before the Cowboys. You're garbage. Garbage. I don't want to hear, John, fuck you. Your Niners suck. Shit.
Fuck you, JJ. Terrible year. Niner fans, Seahawks fans, you're so right. Can't fucking stand them.
Oh, there's
so many of them. Fucking makes me want to barf.
Anyway, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, eyes on the prize. 10 points in a playoff game seems crazy to me. But, like, what has the Pittsburgh offense done in the last 3 weeks?
You're taking the 10.
Man, like, what have they done? What the fuck have they done?
I know,
George Pickens looks like a baby fucking deer out there, just perplexed as fuck, tripping over himself like fucking Bambi. Like, get the fuck out of there, my guy. You're just not locked in. And I don't, man, he's one of the most diva emotional cunts I've seen on the field next to not Terrell, it's Terrell Owens. Like,
yeah, but Owens was fucking a beast, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. George Pickens is a more emotional little bitch, and he hasn't done shit. That dude has ripped his helmet off more times on a bad play than I have ever seen T.O. do in his life.
Owens is in the top 5 all-time receivers, buddy.
I know. T.O., I'm just saying. Like, Pickens is a little bitch. So I'm taking Baltimore -10. The Baltimore defense is just fucking, they're disgusting. And I think they're on a mission this year. I think that the Baltimore Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl. I've said this like 6 weeks, 7, 8. How many weeks ago did I say this, Jerry? And not only did I say it, I put my cold, hard-earned cash on that motherfucker. You've seen that ticket. So I am locked in for the win on that shit. It is Baltimore's year for sure. I don't see the Kansas City Chiefs are down. The Bills are down. Baltimore Ravens are either the Baltimore Ravens versus the Detroit Lions.
But their defense is national. The start of the year, their defense was terrible.
Yeah, they couldn't really get it together, but they have.
They've changed some
things.
Have
changed big time.
Changed some things. The defense is a little better now, but I think it's still got some holes that can be exposed.
True, but I'm also playing into this. I think that the weather is going to be shit for them on Saturday as well. They are right now going through like a fucking psychotically catastrophic snowstorm. Like, it's basically the most snow that they've seen in like the DC Baltimore area in a long time. Yeah. So
it's the entire middle of the country.
Yeah, like the whole like Midwest Eastern Seaboard is just getting fucking screwed over by snow. So
it's sub 40 late at night and early in the morning here in Tampa.
Oh God. Yeah.
It's so weird, man. It's like you talk about this mid snowstorms and then over in the West Coast, like fires. Fuck.
Yeah, it's a gnarly fucking situation down there, to say the least. We are a Ravens household. Molly is also taking the Baltimore Ravens. They've done really well for her all year long, and she's seen me take championships home this year based on Lamar and King Henry. So we're all Baltimore in this house.
Nice. Brooke is to Baltimore. I haven't written down my pick yet. I've been tossing and turning it the entire time, and that's why I wanted to go last. I wanted to hear what you guys
under, by the way, under.
Oh yeah, I wrote that. You kind of insinuated that when you said the weather was going to play. Nobody says, "Oh, there's going to be really shit weather." Man, I think there's going to be a shootout.
60-point shootout.
No one's ever fucking said that about the NFL. Okay.
No, hey Jerry, you're smarter than you look sometimes, bud. Appreciate it.
I have my days.
Just not another pretty face.
I'm going to start by saying that I'm going to go under as well, for those reasons. But most importantly, of the last 5 times they've played each other, only the last game went over. It was 34-17 with a total of 44, which they were saying leading into that game was kind of high, but not as high as the first time they met. But the totals were 44, 48, 34, 38.5, and 35.5. That's what the lines were. They scored 51 last game, 34 the game before, 27 the game before, 27 the game before, 29 the game before that. It's a fucking rock fight when these two meet, especially for the third time, and it's a playoff game. Say what you want about the Pittsburgh offense. Their defense is going to carry them enough to keep them in this game. George Pickens is a piece of shit, an absolute piece of shit. I hope they get rid of him. They have had the worst luck with wide receivers ever since they got rid of AB. He started this trend of just the CTE madness that's going on with these fucking wide receivers. It's out of control. Russ is regressed negatively because he has nobody to throw him the ball. He can't keep throwing it to Freiermuth. He can't throw it to him all the time. Jaylen Warren can't catch every single ball, and Najee does everything but get in the end zone. So scoring is going to be a premium for Pittsburgh. Baltimore, on the other hand, is very capable, very, very fucking capable of putting up 30. But I think in these conditions, they're gonna go to King Henry. They're going to turn around and they're going to hand him the ball a lot. There's going to be a lot of design Lamar runs.
Yeah.
Tackling big people
in
the cold sucks, and they just need to feed the rock to Henry because nobody's going to want to tackle that dude, and that shit hurts.
Yeah, I am going to reluctantly take Baltimore with the 10, given the 10, because I think it's going to be tight all the way through, and it's going to be backdoor the other way. It's going to be in the favor of the Baltimore people. They're going to get that last little touchdown.
Drew's lone wolfing it.
I honestly think that 10 points is too much. It's too much. I'm a reason why I went with Baltimore, because I talked myself into it as I was breaking the game down right now. Like I literally talked myself into it because I honestly was going to go Pittsburgh with the plus 10. 10 points is a lot in a playoff game. Division rivals, hated rivals, third game.
Once it ends like a 6-point game, you guys are like, fucking Drew taking Pittsburgh. Yep.
Hey, I mean, it could happen. It could happen the back door the wrong way. But I feel like it's one of those games where Lamar is just it's gonna be methodical. It's gonna be a slow creep where he's just gonna eventually pull away. It's gonna be tight, and then mid third quarter into the fourth quarter, Baltimore begins to pull away.
Yeah,
wore the fuck out. They're going to be worn the fuck out. So, that's how I see that one, man.
Imagine karma fucking us and George Pickens gets a fucking touchdown with like 10 seconds left on the fucking moon ball from that Russell Wilson cunt. Like, watch it.
And then Pittsburgh upsets the Ravens. Can you imagine that?
Oh, no, it wouldn't be for the win. That's not happening. That's not happening.
Before we move on,
go ahead.
We need to throw this little what if in there. If Pittsburgh were to win this game and Lamar has another subpar playoff performance, what's the verdict on him? What's the word on him? Is he this generation's Peyton Manning, where he's just killing it in the regular season every year? He's putting up video game numbers. He's an MVP candidate every fucking year. He's the 1, 2, or 3 guy every fucking year. And then he makes it to the playoffs and he just drops the ball. You know what I mean? And Peyton did eventually get one. I think Lamar will eventually get one. I hope he does.
Denver.
Well, no, I know he got 2, but the one he got in Denver, that defense carried him the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
He was just the brains. He was the coach on the field. Yeah, he couldn't throw the ball more than 13 yards.
He didn't even throw it for 100. Is the only quarterback to win a Super Bowl with throwing for under 100 yards.
Yeah, so that defense completely did everything for him. But what's the conversation? What do we say about Lamar if that happens? and he has a bad game. Now, if he loses a close game and he has an awesome game, we're still going to talk about it, but I don't think we talk about it in the same light.
Go ahead, Jerry.
I think he's still okay. I don't think the verdict's out just yet. Next year, if he blows again, then he's going to be known as the Peyton.
I don't think that you can refer to him as the Peyton Manning because there's no like equal Tom Brady that's playing against him every year.
Patrick Mahomes?
No, Patrick Mahomes is not a fucking Tom Brady.
Not a Tom Brady, but he's the obstacle. He is the quarterback that's winning the Super Bowls instead of Lamar in that conference. He's one of the reasons why Lamar's not advancing, and specifically last year in the AFC Championship. Lamar came off his best year ever, won his MVP, went out there and shit the bed. All of a sudden got scared to run the ball, didn't know how to run the ball anymore. Now, mind you, that KC defense was phenomenal. They were absolutely fucking phenomenal. They played great, but it just like Lamar forgot how to play football that game.
Yeah, it's not a lot of comparison. You know, Indy and New England. Now you got KC in Baltimore, Lamar, Patrick Mahomes.
That's what I mean.
I just don't.
In no way, shape, or form comparing them.
I give
like apples. You know, apples to apples. It's apples to oranges. Literally, like they like the best guy type of shit.
I don't see it that way because I don't give credit to Patrick Mahomes for as much credit as I give to Andy Reid for Kansas City to winning those fucking Super Bowls, man. Like Andy Reid has like beyond nothing. Like Tom Brady had fucking Randy Moss.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I think fucking Tom Brady's the most overrated fucking fucker. So like. But I think Patrick Mahomes is a little more than Tom Brady. I'm sorry. I think Patrick Mahomes is a big reason.
Yeah, I'm a super hater on him because I just don't. I'm
not taking credit away from Reid, and I won't ever do that. That's just absolutely insane to do that.
Oh, Reid's a big reason.
But more importantly, the guy who has the keys to the Ferrari is Patrick Mahomes. He's the driver. And he's a pretty good driver.
He's still good for sure, but he's definitely not in the same conversation as Tom Brady. And I honestly don't even think he's Yeah, it's just that's different.
That's the fucking problem. I hate that overrated shit.
What?
Nobody is.
Like to be clear, Patrick Mahomes is the better quarterback because he's not a juicer. But that's why Tom Brady is also in his own category because the dude is on roids. It's a foregone conclusion. So
46.
Yeah, he's
jacked black guys. Like fuck, man, come on, and getting up and like.
It's like if
come on, man.
It's the avocado ice cream, boys. Come on,
Jesus.
Yeah, with some tests in there, not to mention that trainer guy, how much deal this fuck. Come on.
So I don't know. There's a bunch of like surroundings, but it's a unique situation for a bunch of different things. So yeah, that's why I just kind of say that Manning era was a little bit different, to say the least. But I think that especially the Baltimore Ravens, until now, like literally this season, have not had anything surrounding them to help out Lamar. The only thing that Lamar Jackson has ever had on that team is Mark Andrews. That's it. There has been no running game. Who played running back there in the last, who played there not last season because we already know J.K. Dobbins and them. Like, who played 2 years ago running back in Baltimore or 3 years ago? Gas Bass. But like, you know, like who was the running back for the Ravens 3 years ago with Lamar? Do we remember? Anybody?
No.
Right? Like, who was even a receiver 3 years ago over there? Still Rashad Bateman? Like, what?
I think Marquise Brown was there. Hollywood Brown.
Was he there for a little? That was that year 3 years ago? Yeah, 3 years ago. Yeah, he was there. He was injured a lot, but he was there. You know. Yeah. But like,
that was his rookie year. Beginning of the year, he caught like fucking high flying bombs. Then he got hurt.
Yeah.
Came back in the playoffs. Didn't really do much.
He's had like nobody over there. So he has played like shit in those games, but like how many times do you literally have to take the entire team on your back before you just like collapse? Clearly that dude isn't ready for that. I think that with the improved backfield over there, they also made some upgrades in the defense from last year. Even though they have lost a couple of key players in the last couple of years, they've really restocked the pond fucking well. So I think that you can hold him more accountable because he definitely has less to carry on him. Like, he doesn't have to do as much on the offense because he should have more confidence in his defense. His defense has been fucking gangbusters for the last 4 weeks of the season. There's no reason to think that they're not going to step up to the plate again. So I think we can hold him more accountable, like moving forward now, but I really that dude was taking on a lot with literally nothing. Like, you know, so yeah, this year I think it's a little bit
of King Henry is enormous.
Oh, it's huge.
In more ways than one, not only from an offensive standpoint, but it keeps Lamar fresher because he doesn't have to be the best running back on the team as well.
Yeah, and we have to be really fair to Lamar Jackson last year again. He lost fucking Mark Andrews, so like his only fucking guy that he had got that one of the most just ugliest hip drop tackles ever, and he was gone.
But if he loses,
Likely's been pretty good last 2 years.
He's been okay, but Mark Andrews is Mark Andrews. Like that's the number 2 tight end in the National Football League in the last 5 years. Not even close.
He was washed in the first month. That was the hilarious.
Yeah, the first month was rough.
But if Lamar loses, what's the take on for this season?
Yeah, is he gonna get roasted?
I mean,
what do you think?
I don't think so. I wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't think so either. I don't think but if next season they lose again, yeah.
Because then he'll have the same pieces and like the continuity is like there, and they have that like roster that's actually supposed to be like good.
If they do lose, people will be like, "Oh, now everyone's together. Let's see what happens next year." So
I think so.
I don't want to hear any more excuses for him. First and foremost, if he plays a bad game, if he plays a great game and they lose, I would have absolutely nothing to say. But if he plays a bad game again after the regular seasons he's had, and to your point, Corey, carrying the team and all that stuff. I hope to God that like he doesn't. He's how do I say this? I don't want it to get to his head. He seems strong mentally, but those voices are still there, man. And it's meaningless people on TV that are saying all this shit about him, but they're gonna fucking crucify him if he loses, and it's not fair because he is one of the faces of the league, and I think that's why they're going to do that, because he's so dynamic. He's so amazing. He's so, so different from what we've seen, which we've seen this before. He's Michael Vick 2.0, just better. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've already seen this. We've already seen this before. But the defense is better. And, I mean, again, it was a hypothetical I wanted to throw out there. I just was curious as to where your thoughts were. But I'm going to go ahead and...
I had like a half chub on the weekend when they were fucking showing highlights of Michael Vick running around. Holy fuck. Yeah, that dude was disgusting,
man. He was the first one we got to see like that. I mean, before him was Randall Cunningham, but he was like the first, like, holy shit.
Oh, like, some of those cut moves are like Sanders-esque. Like he was just like the other way. It was like, how do you? Because that dude was like, what, 6'4", 6'5"? He was a big dude. He was
a quarterback, a wide receiver, and a running back all in one human being. It just wasn't fair. It just was not fair.
Watching those highlights in the Atlanta game was pretty dope, just saying.
Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. I'm going to go ahead and call out the next one. We got Denver coming over to Buffalo. Broncos and
Donkeys.
The horsies are going to go to the Bills Mafia, whom I'm still going to reach out and go get an application to join the bandwagon for next year. Like I said, if they go get fucking Shador or they do some dumb shit like go get Aaron Rodgers, I'm not playing. I'm jumping ship for a year. I'm saying it here again. Line is 8.5. Buffalo's favored by 8.5 total, 47.5. Drew, give it to me.
This will be my second favorite I'm taking the Bills. Bills Mafia 8.5 all day. They're going to win it by 10 plus. And I'm going to go with the over as well because, always puts 30 at home. And their D will give up a little at the end. They've always a little Swiss cheese at the end, Buffalo's D. And I'm sure Denver will put some garbage points on there and probably make it like a 34-17 game. Buffalo all the way, baby. I like Josh Allen. I like the Bills. Just like how, Corey, you think it's Baltimore's year, I believe Buffalo's going to go through.
Jesus.
So, yep. I believe finally he got
who's going to catch a pass? Who's going to catch a pass?
That's the thing. Josh Allen did it himself. He's just because, like, this is the year that I just think Josh Allen's going to get it done.
He's going to throw it to himself. I mean, that's the right answer.
You could play against Lamar in the Super Bowl. Like, honestly, that would be the best Super Bowl.
Oh my God.
Buffalo versus Baltimore. That would be fucking incredible.
I hope that's the AFC champ.
I think it's be Buffalo Philly. That's probably what I think it's gonna be. So
fuck you. I don't. That tush push has no place in the championship game.
I know.
Disgusting.
I know. I hate Philly. I hate them all, but I just think they're so
like they don't even
talented.
try to hand it off to Saquon. Like they just totally given up and they just fucking credit or debit right into Jalen Hurts. Like it's just fucking ridiculous.
Anyways, Buffalo all the way. Buffalo 8.5. Fucking book it. Buffalo in the over. Buffalo. Go Buffalo.
Corey, you want to go or you want me to go?
Molly's taking Buffalo.
Okay.
And I'm taking the Denver Broncos plus 8.5 on the road in Orchard Park, New York. 47.5 is the over under, and I'm gonna entertain the over.
Yep.
I have a lot of strong feelings about the Buffalo Bills, and I don't think that they are equipped for a long playoff run at all. And if they get past the first game, they got big problems coming in the second one. I have no clue who's going to catch a pass over there except Josh Allen on the Buffalo Bills because, I mean, I don't even know if Shakir is going to be cleared to play. I think he might still even be injured for this one. I haven't double-checked that.
Maybe.
So he's close. And then, I mean, you got to fucking convince Matt Collins to put on shoes half the time. I mean, all the time, that hippy-dippy fuck. So, I mean, like, you already have some fucking fruitcake who ain't even fucking locked into the, like, what's happening already. So, and then, like, they can't even figure out what tight end to throw to. Like, it's just like, it's like fucking tight end whack-a-mole over there. Fucking Dawson Knox and then fucking whoever man, Kincaid and just, man, that was.
Trevor's open, baby. That's why it's Allen all the way.
Man.
Josh Allen, bucket.
And then
quote me on it.
And then for some goddamn reason, James Cook has like decided to try and bring himself relevant this year, and that has just been fuck. I dislike that guy so much. He's the biggest bum ever. He has decided to have his best games of the year, all three of them, when I've been playing him. He can suck my, you know what? You put up like 20, you put 30 points, and I'm going to 30 burger on me twice.
Suck your what? Your cock-a-doodle-doo! That thing. James Cook, cunt. I'm all about the Denver Broncos. They have a multifaceted run game that's way better than James Cook alone. Josh Allen's his own beast. We're not even going to talk about that. But the combination of McLaughlin and Williams and Estime is nasty business. They actually have receivers who can catch the ball over there. Cortland Sutton is disgusting. Mims Jr. is fantastic. And they have a tight end over there, Troutman, who actually is. Don't forget about Vele,
dude. I mean, yeah, Vele is ridiculous too. Like he's the kind of the third buzzer. Like they're a pretty stacked. And then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, the most laughed at draft pick, I would argue, of this year, Bo Nix going to the Denver. Like they were clowning on the Broncos for taking this guy. Why did they reach for Bo Nix?
Who was they?
Everybody, when they took Bo Nix, everybody was roasting them.
I didn't see that. I didn't watch. After the Giants got neighbors, I was like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah,
even the guys I just know sports like Scott Farrell and Carver Hyde and all these guys just lambasting Denver.
Yeah,
real bad.
They thought it was a huge reach, even though he was the last like valuable quarterback. They thought that was insane for them to take. So
I think were they talking more about Bo Nix being a bad pick or what they did to get that pick? Because didn't they just move up one spot?
No, picking him at the 9th, was it 9th or 8th or whatever they took him at? 9th or 8th was too early to take him. They had other needs. I remember saying that they had other needs because I was watching the Pat McAfee coverage and everybody on the McAfee coverage was just going ham. Belichick was roasted him, fucking like everybody was roasting him.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, there was. I remember that one specifically because, I mean, even I was like, oh, shit. I'm like, they probably could have taken a couple other players, but like, all right, let's see what this Bo Nix character is. And he's just been fucking disgusting. So, yeah, congrats to Bo Nix. The Buffalo Bills are going to come to his doom and gloom. I see Courtland Sutton having a fantastic game. There is nobody on the defense of the Buffalo Bills that can convince me that they're going to be able to stop half these wide receivers.
I'm definitely probably going to have some good numbers.
Yeah, Courtland Sutton's going a hundo and a tutty for sure. Like, he's going to have a game. So, I expect. I think there is a strong possibility that Buffalo can still win this game, but this is definitely too many points. This is going to be a field goal, maybe a 5-point game potentially at worst. But this is going to be a banger. This is going to be the most underrated game of our NFL playoff slate this weekend. Boys.
Oh no, this is going to be a badass fucking game. This game is going to be good.
It's going to be great.
This is going to be a really good game. I agree with you. Let me start with Brooke. Brooke is taking the ponies.
Jesus.
She's like Denver and just didn't think about it. That I told her the Denver Broncos at the Buffalo Bills. Denver. Okay. Wrote it down. I said, ooh, upset. I'm taking Denver with the points. 8.5 is too many points. 100% too many points. Bo Nix is on a fucking heater right now. I've been saying it all season. He's like 26, 27 fucking years old, people. He's not some little, wet behind the ears college kid just coming into the league. The guy's a man. He's a fucking man. He played in the SEC for most of his career. Then he went over to Oregon and started playing in a pro system, and it got him ready for Sean Payton. And it's working. I think the biggest difference here, because when you go quarterback versus quarterback, Bo Nix is nowhere even close to Josh Allen's fucking universe. Okay. But Denver has a fucking defense, and defense travels. Okay. That shit travels. Corey mentioned, who in the hell are the playmakers? Who is Josh Allen going to have to go to? Josh Allen may have to run the ball 10 to 12 times. It's a good possibility.
And he will.
He's going to be doing a lot of shit. And the thing is, when Josh Allen has to do a lot of shit, Josh Allen tends to turn the ball over. Now, he hasn't done that this year. But these are the playoffs, and it's just different. It just hits different. I just like Denver keeping it close. By no means am I saying Denver's going to win this game. I think Buffalo wins a very close game. It might even be a walk-off field goal. It might be that close. The fact that it's 8.5, I don't know. It's one of those things, just like last week when Tennessee and Houston. And I said, I don't understand this. It doesn't make sense. You said it, Corey. I don't understand this. Why is Tennessee favored? Yes, they were at home, whatever. But they've been shit all year. They have the number 1 fucking pick. Okay, that's a dog shit fucking team. Why were they favored last week? Who knows? I was thinking, oh, Vegas knows something. That's why I took them. I was like, Vegas, I'm just going to follow Vegas. Well, Vegas said a big fuck you, Jerry, and they gave me a big fuck you, and that pick was wrong. But
fuck you, buddy. Fuck
I don't think Vegas has it right here. I don't think they have it right. If anything, this should be like a 4.5 point game. This should be a minus 4.5 for Buffalo.
Yeah, like
maybe
that.
Even 5.5. But 8.5, I don't like. Is there something we're missing here? Patrick Surtain is possibly defensive player of the year. Like, he's the best cornerback in the fucking league. They don't have any wide receiver, so he's going to be sticking whoever. What, Keon Coleman, a rookie, whom I'm a fan of, but that's going to be it's.
He's already shown he can't catch the ball. Like he's worse than Stonehands, man. He's worse than Stonehands for sure.
He's had some moments.
Notre Dame, gets a field goal, 10 seconds to go, up 27.
Don't mush it. Don't fucking mush it. So I'm unsure about the total though. Denver has been able and been very capable of putting up points. Buffalo, as we know, scores points in their sleep. But for some reason, like, isn't this winter storm going to be hitting that shit too?
Yeah, but like, it's it's Denver versus Buffalo. If any team,
no, I'm not saying.
No. Hold on. Hear me out.
Wins.
If any team is going to go into Buffalo and deal with adverse weather conditions, and like have the possibility of scoring a ton of points, definitely the Denver Broncos. Like it's the same fucking climate basically. So that's why I think it's going to be over.
It's not
is because
the same climate. It's the altitude.
Well, the altitude, of course. Whatever. Who gives a shit about that? Yeah. That's obvious.
No, because I only say that because I was in Denver last year. So
I know. I understand that, but
And it is different. It was warm. It was cold, but it was warm.
Yeah, that's the snow. My snow is my point. The snow is the point.
Yeah,
Denver gets a fuck ton of snow. So,
but precipitation isn't really that much of an issue. It's wind. If there's a lot of wind,
they're all fine.
Okay. Josh Allen has a better arm. There's gonna be a lot of short passes. You know what? Just
60-point game. This is a 60-point game.
It could be. I'm gonna be wrong on this, but luckily we don't fucking keep track of totals. I'm going under.
Green Bay Packers on the road in Philadelphia at Lincoln Financial Field. Fun fact and reminder, folks, it is the only National Football League stadium that has its own jail. You dirty fucking Philly fans. The over-under on this game is 45.5, and the Philadelphia Fuckboys are favored -5.
Take it away, Drew.
Yeah, Philly to cover the 5, absolutely. I just don't like the direction Green Bay is going and have not liked it for a while now. I'm a Vikings fan, and I do fucking hate the Packers, the fucking Bears. You can't fucking deny that. But I've always been a fan of Green Bay quarterbacks. I've always thought they've been very good. Favre, Rodgers. I've always loved the Green Bay quarterbacks. And I'm starting to like Love, but listen, there's something wrong with him this year. I don't know what's going on. I think it's that sophomore shit. He's already won his first playoff game. He ain't going into Philly and getting done. I just don't see it happening. I mean, fuck, Christian Watson. What, that guy, they talked about this guy being, what? Like, but you just get hurt walking now, bro. Like, put that guy in a milk carton. He's missing in action and will be for the rest of his career. Dobbs is decent. Jalen Reed's disappeared. I don't know, man. Philly on the over as well. Green Bay will get some points, but Philly all the way, man. Philly.
The only way,
fuck you, Mike.
Yeah, fuck you, Mike, for sure. Trust. The only way I see this being lone wolfed is Brooke spoiling the party. I'm definitely taking Philly -5 because it's the same thing. Like the Green Bay Packers are just shit right now, and it's especially when they get down into fucking credit or debit zone with fucking Jalen Hurts. Like they're just gonna do it. So I don't see Green Bay stopping that with any fucking. There's no fucking way they're stopping that shit. They're just not built for it. Jordan Love is weird as shit this year. He doesn't look good. And something's not right. It's fucking weird. Maybe he's just not that good.
Injury, man. Something's going on. He's got an injury.
I'm hoping it is because he's been doing some weird shit. He's been doing some like.
He's good. He's got talent, man. The kid's
I don't know, man.
Talent.
When he panics, he does the fucking back foot throws like Eli used to, and that is not good. So thank God Eli got out of that habit. But
not mad with Fleur. They're gonna work the mechanics. It's just
I don't know. Something's weird. I'm going under though because I think this is going to be the most boring game of the slate, and Molly is also taking Philadelphia.
That was clear to me, as you said. You're not going to lone wolf it, so it was pretty obvious there.
Again, but Jerry, not another pretty
someone
face.
Who is lone
You're
fucking wolfing it is my wild ass fucking wife.
Wow,
she's going with the cheeseheads.
Wow.
Oh fuck!
And back to back upset picks. I'm like, wow, really? Okay, all right. And I'm just wrote it down. I'm in agreement with you boys. I'm all about Philly here. Like it's really really easy. You have Saquon Barkley in the backfield. For those of you who have been listening to us all season long, here is the moment in our weekly podcast that I begin to glaze Saquon Barkley because I am a fan. I am a fan of Saquon Barkley, although he wears that fucking uniform. Fuck you, Mike. He wears that fucking uniform. But listen, he is going to be utilized, and he is going to be utilized often. Now, there is a questionable tag on A.J. Brown right now. He did not practice. I believe it was today. But I'm pretty confident he's going to play. Christian Watson is absolute dog shit. For those of you out there who thought for some reason that he was going to be this like fantastic voyage on some Coolio type shit, like stop it. The ride's over. The man blew out his knee. Okay, he'll come back. I don't wish injury or ill will or any of that on anybody except for anybody on Corey's team. Fuck the Cowboys. But more importantly, like that shit, like he's not going to be the same. He's supposed to be like a deep threat. He's supposed to be a speedy guy. I mean, I know that the medicine and the recovery rates and all that stuff and the technology and the science and everything in it is better than it's ever been. And these guys come back and stronger, better. Yeah.
You lose.
If he's going to be successful, he's going to be successful elsewhere, not with the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
I think that Philly is going to roll. I think they're going to roll on these guys. Yeah. And I think it's going to be a heavy dosage of Saquon. I could see Saquon with a 2-touchdown game, 200 all-purpose yards type of shit. Like they are going to use and abuse him because, to be perfectly honest with you, with everything they've seen Saquon do this season, they paid him the money he wanted. This is what he's fucking ready. He's never been to the. Well, no, he has. He was 2 years ago. I apologize.
Against my Vikings.
You see how fast I forget this shit? Yeah, I know. But you see how fast I forget this shit? Fuck you too. He knows he's got a chance to win a fucking Super Bowl this year. Do you think Saquon's gonna hold anything back? That guy, he might do a double backflip over some defenders this time, just to one up himself.
I've already propped him for +2 touchdowns and all receiving and rushing. Oh yeah,
it's a good I mean, it's a long shot, but I think it's a clever one that has a good chance of cashing. So I'm gonna go with Philly.
It was plus 300-400. I put 5. I can fucking win like a couple hundred, man. I just on that one bet.
I am reluctantly taking the under.
Ooh.
Only because it's going to be a sweat. But like I said, I think Philly's going to roll. Like this could be like a 31-10 kind of game.
Oh, so you think Green Bay's not going to get any points? Okay.
So if Green Bay does show up and actually get some points on the board, then that's going to look terrible. But I think Philly's defense, I just think Josh Jacobs is not going to be a factor. He's not going to be a factor. It's going to be an ugly day for the Cheeseheads. It's going to be a very ugly day for the Cheeseheads, I think. I'm going to go ahead and take the next one because I'm in cold Tampa.
This is your game. This is your second team.
So Tampa watching. Here we go.
Shockingly, because with my coworker Sean, shout out to you, bro. We were talking about leading, into week 18. We're like, hey man, what the fuck do you think is going to happen with Tampa? Blah blah blah. If they win, what time we think? Because like we're thinking of it from a work aspect, since we work at the hotel. Like, what time is the game going to be at? When's everybody going to be around and all this shit? He's like, oh, we're going to get fucked. We're going to get the early game. Got the primetime game, baby. We got the primetime game, and I think it's for 2 reasons. Jaden Daniels for sure. 100%. Like the NFL wants the entire country, the entire world, anybody who's tuning into the NFL to see this kid play. They want to see the potential next face of the NFL, the next Lamar type shit. And Tampa's, they're kind of trendy right now. They like Corey and I last week, we talked about how we enjoyed how they treated Mike Evans and how they let him get his money, how they went out there and they helped that man get that bonus. Wifey's on Tampa. She works for Visit Tampa Bay. She cannot not go for the Bucks. I too am going to go for the Bucks. I think 3 is the right number. I think Tampa might win by 3. So it could be just a push. I think Washington's going to come in and play a good game. I think they're going to they might make some mistakes, but they're going to make it interesting. And I think the biggest concern for Tampa is their greatest asset this season, and it's been Baker. What kind of game are you going to get out of Baker? Are you going to get that Baker that's just fucking razor sharp, like the RZA out there, just like dissecting the defense and just killing it? Because that Washington secondary it's ripe for picking, man. They're not good. Tampa's isn't either, but you know what I mean? So is Baker going to fling the ball around? Are we going to get a good heavy dosage of Bucky? Our rookie of the year here on the podcast. That's been our guy. We called him out early in the season. I like Tampa to win this game, man. I think they're going to do it. I think it's time for them to, go out and go on a run and make this thing interesting. I mean, they beat Detroit in Detroit, so I want to give home team some props.
Over under
50 though. Woo. Fuck it, let's go over.
Sup, Drew?
Yeah. So, like I said, I love Jaden Daniels. Game that they're all about. I gotta admit, Baker's a fucking gamer. That's for fucking sure. My dad fucking loves him. He's fucking such a gamer. Fucking Baker. I'm like, fuck. Every time he throws a fucking dart, fucking gamer. Anyways, with that being said, I'm going Skins. I like the Skins. I like the way they've been playing. That comeback win from Philly. Ever since then, they've really been sharp. The Pokes, I think that last week's game there, Washington was kind of like, I don't know, like they kind of took care of Dallas easy. Your Cowboys came in, Corey gave a bit of a scare. Division rival for sure, but I think in this one, Washington come down. They're gonna win by a touch or more. And I like the over as well. I like the over. Yeah, absolutely. Both teams are gonna score, man. It's gonna be a wild game. It's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna watch it. Great. I'm going dogs. I'm going the over.
So, Drew should be happy to know that the best picker on our team is agreeing with you. Molly's also taking the Washington cum buckets. I cannot take the Washington cum buckets. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
It's your fucking religion.
Fuck you. This is against my religion exactly. You see these stars that are bracing these shoulders in my forehead at this moment in time?
Yeah.
Dion, by the way, baby. Prime time. Fuck the Commanders. I do not think that they have the bona fide pedigree to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. To take a line from one of the greatest football analysts of all time, he's a gamer. I agree with Gio for sure. Man, Baker Mayfield is fucking like, what the fuck? But it is like, this is the only problem. He also has shades of crab legs. He does a little Jameis Winston impression sometimes where he likes to even his touchdowns with interceptions. So if that goes down, the Washington cum buckets are winning this game for sure. But Baker Mayfield is definitely not the same punk that was on the Cleveland Browns. And he's definitely not the same reclamation project that was in Carolina. Baker Mayfield has found a home in Tampa Bay at Raymond James Stadium. He
just makes mistakes.
Yeah, but he also is surrounded by some of the best talent in the National Football League. Starting on the offensive side of the ball, Mike Evans is a Hall of Fame wide receiver. There's no debate about that. He's unbelievable.
And all you're doing, Drew, is reassuring the listeners what we've already been saying.
Yeah. And McMillan,
we've been saying it all season.
Yo, that McMillan kid is disgusting. That is an amazing,
he's got a touchdown in 5 straight.
Yo, nasty. Yeah. And then let's not forget that fucking Godwin is still part of this fucking team. He's still under contract. Cade Otton has had one of the best fucking tight end seasons of the entire position group, and he'll be back. Yeah. Man, and then we're talking about Rashad White, who is one of the better scat backs in the league, who he can still run between the tackles. But man, he's one of the
They've been using him in the slot a lot.
He's one of the best pass catching backs in the game right now. It's not even close.
Yeah, Rashad White, absolutely. Good
hand. And then we have the Fucked Up Fantasy Football Podcast's favorite, Bucky. Good old Bucky. Bucky, man,
that's our boy.
He has just been like, that is my best call of the year by not even close. Bucky Irving is
the smaller version of the muscle hamster.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have quite the nose. Yeah, I have quite the nose for running backs in Tampa, as Drew knows. And Bucky Irving is just the latest and greatest in that long string of calls. He is stupid. Like, I love watching that dude run. He's outrageous. He's just a great compliment to Baker Mayfield. He makes that roll. And that fucking Tampa Bay defense is stupid. Like, they might be the secret, like, sneaky dog in this entire playoff bracket that might do some business with that defense. Like, Vita Vea is still doing his thing. He is just stuffing a gap like it's nobody's business. And man, that linebacking core can do their thing. And for some reason, their defensive backs have been playing some of the best deflection football in the game. That's stupid. So I really like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And like you said, they simply have the best sneaky pedigree because they beat the best team in the National Football League right now in their own house. They beat Detroit.
I forgot to mention one little thing too. When you said Vita Vea, he's going to single-handedly neutralize the Washington run game.
Oh yeah, Brian Robinson Jr. is not going to have a good day.
It's going to depend on Jaden Daniels. Yep. And not that that's a bad thing. Any other day, I'm cool with it. But let's also remember, he is a rookie. He's about to make his playoff debut on the road, prime time in front of the entire world in hostile territory.
Yeah.
So,
and that was going to be my last.
I'm not trying to further sell it. I'm just trying to state some facts.
No, and that was going to be my last thing to put a bow.
He could totally kill it. He totally could kill it.
Yeah, that's my last thing to put a bow on the entire thing is that Tampa Bay is a seasoned playoff team. These guys have been together. They've been through the playoffs. It's almost every single year. I think they've hit every single year in the last 5. They've won the
division 4 years straight.
Yeah. So like they're a playoff pedigree team. This team is definitely more qualified right now. I really honestly like Washington Commanders. They got a good squad. They have talent up and down that roster. Scary Terry is stupid. Like he's just that man is a fucking monster.
Career year.
So yeah, it's not that they have
like the touchdowns, but he's always been consistent. He's very productive.
Yeah,
very productive.
So
even more so now that he's not his quarterback.
He's finally got a QB, and he's shining finally. He's actually earning that giant extension he got, which is totally worth it now.
Yeah, and I just think it's the Commanders need at least one more year with Dan Quinn, and just to get like everything set up and ready to go. Like again, Tampa Bay's been set for years now, and so they just they just seem like the machine right now. -3 is just not enough points to make it make me want to go the other way. So go Tampa, go.
Last game.
Minnesota Vikings are on the road in now Glendale, Arizona. They are playing the Los Angeles Rams. We have an audible on this game, folks. I did decide to look up the game because it did move. And so since the location changed... Well, no, since the location changed to Arizona...
No, I meant the point spread.
Of course it did. I checked as soon as you told me that it went. So we have an audible here. We are no longer facing a -1 Minnesota. This is a big change. That's why I'm entertaining this. The Minnesota Vikings are now favored -2.5 at the LA Rams.
Wow.
And that's inside, and the over-under is still still the same. We're at 48. Dude. But I think that -2.5 might make you think some things.
No, so, I'll explain myself even better because okay, cool.
So we got -2.5
right now.
Drew, this is your game. Yeah, Drew, it's your game.
Go ahead, enjoy it. This is your team. Enjoy it.
Floor is yours.
2.5. I'll tell you right now, 2.5. I'm going Vikes. Even though Sam Darnold, I'll tell you right now, I'm not sold on that guy. Look, the guy's a career backup, but he's in a good system where it's working for him. J.J. McCarthy's the future. It is. But if I was Minnesota, what I would do is sign Darnold, keep him there for one more year. You need to. You have to. Because you can't just go right with a rookie off a knee. It's not smart. So give Darnold another shot. Regardless of what happens in this playoff game, Darnold will be there to start next year. And if you start shitting the bed, you move to McCarthy. Simple as that. But Darnold's got his shot. First playoff start, he's going to get it because I just think the Rams, man, plus when you ever beat a team in the regular season, when you play them in the rematch, the other team always fucking wins. They just fucking do. Vikings were off of like 6 in a row when they played the Rams and lost that game. And the Rams just, I'm sorry, man, they're just, Stafford's burnt out. He looks like an old man. Minnesota's going to bring the house. That defense is the best defense in the league, I feel. Brian Flores is going to have them fucking humming. Van Ginkel's going to be all over Stafford like a fucking dirty shirt. They're going to have a tough time producing fucking anything. Sorry, it's just the way it's going to fucking be. And I'm going to go with the under. I think Minnie wins the game. I think it's going to be like a 21-7, 21-9 kind of game. I don't see the Rams moving it much. If anyone scores any offense, it's going to be Kyren Williams. The guy's a beast. Can't argue that guy's talent. He's fucking unbelievable. The Rams will get some short fields because they'll make some mistakes. It's going to happen. It's where they'll get some points. But other than that, Minnie's going to close the gap, man. They're just such a good team. I didn't think how good they were. They got a lot of talent, and they're winning despite of Darnold. Yes, Darnold's helping out Jefferson's numbers because all he does is just throw to him all the time, right? They had a terrible game on Sunday. That was a terrible game. That was one of the worst games I've seen them play. But they needed that. They needed that loss. Like, I'm telling you, if they won 10 in a row, gain a bye, kiss the fucking death for that team. Woo! They would have lost first. They would have lost the divisionals. They would have lost because they were due for that bad game. I'm glad it happened now on the road in Detroit. Really get their asses kicked, refocus them. Kevin O'Connell and Flores are going to have a good game plan. Kevin O'Connell's the understudy of McVay. He wants nothing more than to go in there and fucking beat him. I'm telling you, Minnie's going to win that fucking game. But next week, I don't think it's going to happen. Minnie's a one and done. They're gonna win the one game. They'll be out next round. That's going to happen for my Vikes because they weren't even supposed to be here. So really, it's house money. Unbelievable the year they had. But it's showing that this good young team is going to got years to come. They're going to have some success in Minnesota. Will they win a Super Bowl? I don't know. But they're going to be in the playoffs for a couple of years coming. So, let's have fun with it and, hope they don't fucking choke. They shouldn't, but, they can. It's Minnesota. So.
Go ahead, Jerry.
You or me?
Hey, go ahead.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Wifey's on Drew's team. She's with the Vikes. She likes the Vikes. Now, I want to start by saying with them at -1, I originally was like, this game -1 just seems kind of short when it was originally at SoFi, because the Rams and the Chargers don't have a home field advantage. They don't. They absolutely do not. Like, it just doesn't work there. Like, LA doesn't give a shit about football. They did 2 years ago, 3 years ago, however long it was that those motherfuckers won a Super Bowl. With it being at 2.5, like, that's right there. I was gonna say Minnesota was gonna win by at least 3. So 2.5, that's perfect. I'm all over Minnesota. Sam Darnold. He's not a career backup. He was only a backup last year and the year before. He was the number 2 overall pick.
I know.
He was not supposed to be and I said at the beginning of the season, I was like, hey, you got a hot take for the season. You got this, you got that. Mine was the Minnesota fucking Vikings were going to be the worst team in the NFC. Guess what? My Giants are the worst team in the fucking NFC. That's what I get for saying that. You're welcome, Drew. But I agree with you 100%, man. He had a bad fucking game, and you got to get that shit out of your system. There was a lot of pressure. There was a lot going on. Number 1 seed, division, all these things. And you're in Detroit? That's a hard place to win. Tampa did it, but that was week 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are now in week 19. The game has changed. We know who the real teams are and who the fake fucking teams are. And LA's been up and down, man. And I disagree with you saying that, like, Stafford's washed. I don't think he's washed. He is an old man, but he ain't washed because he's got some weapons.
Yeah.
Puka, Cup, even the Cup's not his favorite no more.
He's looking
Cup's
old
still
too.
good. He's still good. He just likes to throw to Puka more. Puka's the new toy. Kyren Williams is a monster. Corey's been glazing fucking Kyren all year.
Skill-wise, catching, running the tackle, blocking.
He got me on board. I didn't think Kyren was going to have a good year this year. I was on board with the whole Kyren not going to do it this year.
Oh, he had a good year.
Totally wrong on that one. He was amazing again. Now, I just think Minnesota's defense is the key to this game. There's a good possibility they're going to bracket Puka. That's going to keep Cooper open. But is Stafford going to still try and force it to Puka? He might. And you didn't have a home advantage to begin with. Now you have even less of one. And you better believe these fucking crazy Vikings fans, you skull-ass motherfuckers, are changing your flights. You're doing everything to make sure you go to that game. As a matter of fact, I just saw on the bottom line that I think tomorrow at like 3 p.m. or something like that on NFL.com, they're going to start ticket sales. So, like, obviously they're going to honor, the people who have probably the better tickets from that game and move them over. But now you have a bunch of general seats open. You better believe these Midwestern folks are about to fly out to fucking Arizona.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're Hicks, man. Minnesota, it's fucking...
Yeah, they're gonna fly, and if they weren't already doing it, they're going to do it on Sunday. Now they get this game on Monday. They can fly out on Tuesday afternoon and go home. It's cold as fuck in Minnesota, so they're going to go do that shit. So, yeah, I think Minnesota's going to play a pretty damn good game, and I think the X factor is going to end up being that defense. Their defense is significantly better than the Rams defense. They're going to be able to get stops. I don't know how many stops the Rams are going to get.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
How they're going to force, or not even force. It's going to be unforced errors from the Vikings where they're not going to convert first downs, or they're going to miss a pass, or just going to fall slightly short of a first down that's going to force them to punt. I don't think the Rams are going to really do a great job of stopping them. And you better believe that Justin Jefferson is hungry as fuck. And he's in Darnold's ear talking to him. It's like, hey, bro, we look like shit last week. Let's run these motherfuckers out the building.
Give me the fucking ball, baby.
So I like the Vikings big. I like them big. I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna beat the shit out of them. Honestly, it might be the liquor talking, but I don't know. I might be smart or drunk. I don't know.
Said nobody ever. My wife takes. Oh, by the way, where are we over-undering here, boys?
Oh, I'm going. I'm going over. I'm going over.
Ooh.
I think the Rams can get like a cheap 17-20.
Yeah, they could.
Like on some like blown coverage type shit or whatever. They try to blitz or something and get burned on it, or maybe like a dumb Darnold play. Maybe he throws a pick six or something.
Yeah.
Just some dumb shit you don't expect to see. Just
I am definitely lone wolf in this one. I have absolutely no faith whatsoever in the Minnesota Vikings. You guys have fucked me in betting for like every time except once that I can remember in the last 6 fucking seasons have the Minnesota Vikings ever paid out for me. You guys are the only other team to put it in my ass like the Minnesota Vikings is the Atlanta Fail Clowns. They just have the ability to have such decent weapons and just shit the like. Does Minnesota honestly forget that they have Justin Jefferson sometimes? Because it seems like they do. Like he gets like JJ amnesia over there behind center. Like is he seeing ghosts again in Minnesota? Like what the fuck is going down there?
KOC lets that happen.
Dude,
I don't think KOC lets that happen.
He's the most unpredictable starting quarterback in the National Football League right now. And I have more confidence in Bo Nix starting at quarterback for the Denver Broncos than Sam Darnold right now. And
that's interesting.
Maybe because his track record, because we've seen Darnold shit the bed many times. And Bo Nix is a rookie, so if he shits the bed or plays rough, it's because he's a rookie. It isn't because he's seeing ghosts. So I think that the mentor schools the mentee in this one as well. Sean McVay is just a beast when it comes to scheming for sure. And I think that you can easily expose the Minnesota Vikings. I really don't understand who is going to cover both Puka and Cooper Kupp. I can't remember who it was, but your starting cornerback, Arnold, that was for, that's for you guys. That's for Detroit. Wrong injury. I don't have faith in any of the starters that are like named that can take on those guys. I just don't. Puka Nacua is one of the most, I don't know, entertaining wide receivers in the National. He's just like
he's Cooper Kupp 4 years ago.
Yeah, and then you have Higbee, like the tight ends over there in the Rams are pretty good, and then there's my boy Kyron Williams, who's just been absolutely phenomenal this year.
He'll be the guy to get the scores for them, but we'll see what happens.
He's good. So and maybe Blake Corum will sneak one in on. No kidding. What a bum.
He scored against that defense.
What a bum. No, he fractured his forearm. I don't even think he's good. He fractured his forearm. I don't even think he's playing this one. No,
I didn't know he got hurt.
Yeah,
I didn't pay attention to anybody in week 18.
Yeah, right.
So what's your wife pick?
Oh, she definitely takes the Vikings. I'm lone wolfing. I'm the only one on. I'm lone wolfing, bro.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure. So
nice.
Yeah, no, I'm fucking down for it for sure. I like this. This is gonna be good. Huh?
Over and under? Would you take the over or the under?
Oh, I'm going under for sure. There's gonna be another. There's gonna be another. I think it's gonna be rather boring, to be honest with you. I think that's how. I think how that Sean McVay is gonna win the game is he's really got to run the ball and control the clock.
He has to be boring.
Yeah,
if they're gonna be many, he's gotta be boring.
Yeah, you gotta like shut down JJ. You gotta shut down Addison. You gotta like make sure that.
There's also TJ Hawkinson. There's fucking
TJ Hawkins.
Getting over the Rams. We'll see.
Drew, any parting words for the people? It's been a couple of years, so.
My parting words would be, that's my rack, I'm out, that's right, guards, somebody give me a Frenchie.
Oh, the humanity.
Well, anyways, it's getting late for me. It's been a good one. I'll hopefully come on soon. I'll have a rant for after the playoff games, and good luck to all you guys.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Fucked Up Fantasy Football Podcast. Co-host Corey Roussel, Jerry Rodriguez, and special guest, good old Drew Dunn. As always, Moss still ain't shit. Shout out to
forever because of that.
Oh man, it's just like one of the best things ever for sure, and it's even on the trophy there. I should show you that after we wrap this up here real quick. But yeah, I'm excited for the Wildcard Weekend. I think it's going to be some decent football games for sure, and I think it's going to be I think this Houston LA Chargers game is going to be one of the better ones. I think it's going to surprise everybody. I don't know. The Denver and the Bills game is definitely up there as well, but I don't know, man. The Houston Texans do have a history of being embarrassed on the opening day of the playoffs, and I just think they're going to buck that trend. I don't know.
Okay, guys. Later.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Out and
he just
bing
rolled
bong.
the fuck out. Just, see ya.
Oh, yeah. Solid.
I was just going to say, I think Denver-Buffalo is going to be the best game, followed by Washington-Tampa, and then Chargers and Houston in a close third.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting. And again, fucking Baker Mayfield, bro. Baker fucking Mayfield. Which Baker is going to show.
I'm still cracking up the fact he just bolted like that. We're not even done yet. See ya.
He drew runs on his own clock. Didn't you know that?
Oh man, he like his battery's on 85 the entire time. Like it never goes below 85.
Never. I told you. Never.
Oh my god. Like that's yeah.
Good luck to everybody in their daily fantasy matchups, and I hope y'all win some money and actually pick the right games this week because it's time to fucking cash in, folks. Goodbye, Jerry.
I'm not leaving just yet. I just want to say one little thing. Somehow, some way, I went 6-1 tonight on my plays. I don't know how. One of them was a 14 parlay. Won that. How in the fuck am I always wrong in this shit, though? Like, Drew might be right. I'm just cursed. I think it's you.
Wow.
You give me bad juju.
Wow.
You give me bad juju.
Wow.
Good night, folks.
Wow.
We'll see you next week.
Racist, Jerry.